you, Patrick Harris?
Yeah.
Or is it Patrick Sean or just Patrick?
Patrick. Okay, get ready.
Wow.
There we go. Okay.
Hey. Oh,
This
hey.
worked in practice. We practiced and it works. See, that's what happens. It's the pressure of the job.
Exactly. We haven't been back in a few weeks.
I
And
know.
We're back.
And
I'm
we're back.
I'm
You're
back. I'm
We're
back.
You're back. I'm back.
You're back.
We're
I'm
all
back.
back.
Yep. And the music. I can hear the music.
And we are
slowly.
streaming live on YouTube. So if you're watching us now, hopefully it's
Hopefully
you're watching us on YouTube.
because I didn't do for some reason I cannot find the tripod to my iPhone.
Oh, and I
so-
just noticed you keep talking because I got to tilt the camera down a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So you have to
Okay.
carry. You got to carry the
oh
show.
my God, I've
the
got to
show
carry
is
the
all yours
show.
for like 35 seconds.
35
so,
seconds.
Ready?
Okay.
Go.
Go.
Okay.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. I'm Jodi Harris, and welcome to another exciting edition of Staying Up with Pat and Jodi. Pat is obviously adjusting the camera as we speak. I have no idea what number show this is, but we've been doing it. What is it?
44.
44, like Reggie Jackson. 44. Did you know that? That was Reggie Jackson's number. 44. So we're at show number 44. I am back, ladies and gentlemen, from a fantastic East Coast trip that included Philadelphia, New York, and New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Where I ate a ton of food.
She was gone for 14 months. That's
But that's in dog years. No,
in dog years.
In Back to the Future years, I was just gone 10 minutes.
Yeah.
There we
Okay.
go.
However that works. I'm not
However
sure.
that works. So yeah, we're back with a fun show, and I'll tell you all about the trip. It was great. It was a lot of fun. I started in.
Is that the synopsis? It was great, or do we get more details than that, or no?
Sure, you can.
Sure, you can.
You can get a lot of details. Let's see. We started in Philadelphia, of course, with our DJ think tank, where I was surrounded by a bunch of guys and learned a lot of cool shit.
That's it, huh?
The weather was great. We ate a lot of Philly cheesesteaks. I can tell you that, especially at 11:30 at night. We went to, Jerry's. I think it's Jerry's. They were great. And the biggest news ever is that I won my think tank dues for this year, for this coming year, for 2018.
I'm excited about that.
I bought a ticket, a raffle ticket, because the dues are like $1,800, actually like $3,000, but it's really expensive to be in the think tank. And so I splurged. I bought a raffle ticket for $100. I got 3 raffle tickets for $100.
Wow.
I was losing.
So wait, so the raffle tickets were $33.33 each?
If that's $100,
Yeah.
3 raffle tickets.
So what if you
yes.
bought one? Did you have to come up with 33 cents?
No, I don't think you could buy one. I think the minimum raffle ticket you could buy was like $20. But if you wanted in on the dues, the think tank dues, you had to spend at least $100. So I spent $100. I'm like, hey, we had a good year. It's think tank.
Okay, it's think tank. Why not spend $100? Get some money back. Raffle tickets. So.
And when they called my number, you would have thought I won a new car on the Price
Oh,
is
you're
Right.
I wish you would have.
A new car or the think tank dues? Hey, I just spent
a new car. I would take a new car over the think tank dues.
No,
think tank dues is awesome. A new car, more awesome.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Think tank dues pays for its. I mean, there's a lot of cool shit that I learned.
But even if you don't win the think tank dues, you still get to go to think tank.
I'll be kicked out of the.
That's
think
right.
tank.
We can't say what
we can't say
what she learned.
But it did involve some cheesesteaks.
Some cheesesteaks.
And we went to a diner. In Philly. Me and Rod Randall and Jeff Carlisle, we went to a diner. We found this old school diner, and we went there. Oh, I painted.
Yes, you did. In fact, the painting is in the office right now. So if anybody is interested, they could come by the office and see her artistic talents.
And if you would like to buy that picture,
Oh,
it's
please.
only $1,800.
$1,800.
And you can have an original Jodi Harris drawing right there, painting, for $1,800. There we go. What are you looking at? Or you're trying to get people over to YouTube?
Yeah, I'm trying to get them over
Well,
to
why don't you do a
YouTube.
live?
It's live. We're live on YouTube right now. So if you're
okay.
watching this live, you found us.
Cool.
And you subscribed. So thank you. You subscribed to
Oh,
Patrick
yeah,
Harris on YouTube.
Not Patrick, Sean Harris.
Exactly.
The actor.
Not Patrick.
Not
No,
Doogie.
Sean Patrick
Oh,
Harris or
whatever.
Neil Patrick Harris. One of the two. Neil Patrick Sean Harris. I don't know. All I know is if you put Patrick Harris in a Google search, you will never find me. You will find page after page after page of Neil Patrick Harris because he is that loved and nobody cares about
I can
me.
tell you that
Nobody.
I can tell you that our good friend Malibu, who I did spend time with in New York, Malibu said she cannot find you on YouTube.
Well, in all fairness, Malibu is a little technologically disabled.
Malibu.
That's probably
I did see Malibu. We hung out, me and Malibu.
Yes, you did.
We hung out for 2 days. I wanted Malibu to go into the city with us, but she couldn't, get into the city. So no Malibu, but we went to the, where'd we go? We went to a diner. In New York, that's all you do. You eat. You eat in New York, and you eat in Philly, and you eat in New Jersey. And I had a foot-long hot dog.
And then some.
At the Wonder Bar.
And then some.
And then some. Thank you from, bachelor party.
Yes, I know. That's everybody in the production room right now is going, what?
The hell?
What are they talking
They're all
about?
they're all
They do not
millennials
grasp
in
that.
the
That
production room.
reference was before you were born. That's hard. That's really sad to say, but yes. Although you do know how Tom Hanks is, right? Okay.
Yeah, they do know who Tom is.
They know
but
who
I do
Tom-
have to.
Good.
I do have to say that that the weather was really good. I had some great weather, and I actually went down to Broadway. I treated myself
On Broadway.
to a Broadway show where I saw Kinky Boots.
Kinky Boots.
And I had.
Is that a porno?
It's kind of. It's not a porno, but the premise is very gay. It's very gay.
Okay.
It's about this guy who has a shoe business, and the shoe business is suffering, and then he meets this transgender, and this transgender talks about how he needs to have these boots. They need good boots, and long story short, the shoe factory turns into a boot making factory for transgender people.
Interesting.
So it was really good, and the music was all done by Cyndi Lauper. She composed all the music, and you could totally tell it was a Cyndi Lauper production because, like, a lot of it would start like True Colors.
Yeah.
But it was great. It was awesome. The actors were amazing, and I forgot who the lead actor was, and I'll have to look it up. But he's in a very famous band, and he played the lead in the play. He was the son. God, I can't remember. I don't want to say Goo Goo Dolls. I'll look it up. But yeah.
Gene Simmons?
No, it wasn't Gene Simmons. But I did eat Chick-fil-A while I was in New York.
Wow,
Yeah,
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Exciting.
And
You go to New York City and you eat Chick-fil-A.
well,
Really?
I had enough hot dogs.
I guess so.
Yeah, no, that after
You could have had a slice of pizza.
I had plenty of pizza.
You had a good
Dunwoody-
slice.
Shout out to Dunwoody Pizza because that's where I ate. I had a lot of Dunwoody.
Dunwoody. It's a real name, folks.
Dunwoody. If you're from
Dunwoody.
Yonkers, you all know Dunwoody
From
Pizza.
Yonkers. If you're from Yonkers, you know.
So we had Dunwoody Pizza. Learned a lot in Philadelphia. Ate cheesesteaks. Ran the Rocky Steps. Yeah, it was great. And then
Got to hang out by the beach.
Then my sister has a beautiful house down at the Jersey Shore. And it really reinforced my belief, Pat,
That you need to live by the beach.
yes, that and the fact that next summer I'm taking off and selling T-shirts at the Jersey
Selling
Shore.
T-shirts at the Jersey
I'll
Shore.
rent
So
I'll rent a house somewhere.
if you want to book a party with Sight and Sound Events next summer, do not expect Jodi to be there. Okay.
I won't be there.
She will
I'll
not
be
be
at the
there.
Jersey
She will
Shore.
be selling T-shirts at the Jersey Shore.
Yes.
And she'll probably have me here doing all of the events, so she can
Absolutely.
hang out by the beach and sell
And sell
T-shirts
shirts
at the Jersey
and
Shore.
eat hot dogs.
And eat hot dogs.
Yes.
Foot-long hot dogs.
And then some.
Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, it was beautiful. We had a great time.
Good.
I had a great time.
Very
and now
cool.
I'm and the minute I got off the plane, we went back to work. Literally.
Well, not the minute, the next day, but not the minute you got off the plane.
Less than 24 hours, dude.
Less than 24 hours. But you got back. You got 2.5 weeks. You're supposed to go back to work. Come on. Don't be lazy. Yeah, that's right. You got vacation. You get back.
What vacation?
You got to go to work after vacation.
Work. That's what I did.
Work. Yeah, I saw you working really hard sitting on the patio by the water.
Drinking coffee.
And
checking out the neighbor next door from Pat Mobley. I do have to tell you one thing, though. When I was in Philly, Game of Thrones had it was the first episode of Game of Thrones, and everybody was rushing to find a TV set.
Mm-hmm.
We were all, and then apparently somebody found a big ass TV set and was watching it in like a conference room in like HD.
All I have to say is if you haven't watched any Game of Thrones this season, you may want to put hands over your ears and go la 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 la, because it was awesome and we have to talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about
Game of Thrones. It's been amazing.
Thrones.
It's been absolutely amazing this season. A lot of the storylines are coming together. It's amazing when you go back and watch the older episodes, how much that you just didn't pay any attention to actually had meaning. And how things are all tying into each other now. Because supposedly, I mean, at least that's the rumor, that they are going to end the series after next season. That's not a lot of episodes, folks. Well, they only do like, what is it, 8 episodes?
I think we're up to, 8
episodes per season. That's it, 8 or 9.
Is this 6 now? We're going.
This is 6. We got 2 more. I think we have 2 more episodes before this season is done, and then we have to wait a year and a half to see the next one.
2000. We were having lunch today with somebody who told us 2019.
Yeah. So Bran, you know the kid that was a little kid in season 1.
The third eye Raven.
He'll be 30. He'll be 37 by next episode. Raven. Yeah, he's gonna have gray hairs. Start getting gray hairs because he'll be 37 by the time this thing is over.
How old is this kid now?
I don't know, but he's full. He's like 6 foot tall now.
Yeah.
He was a little kid.
Arya. So is that Arya? Aya.
You keep thinking of Arya, the hotel. It's Aya.
Aya Stark was a little girl, and now she's big.
You.
But Cersei looks the same.
Yeah, Cersei looks the same.
And Jaime Lannister.
Yeah.
And my sister says to me, we're watching Game of Thrones on our TV, and I'm like, ooh, Jaime Lannister. And she's like, is that his real name? I'm like, why are you saying it's his real name? Well, you always call him Jaime Lannister. I go, well, that's his name, Jaime Lannister.
It's his character name.
You know? She's like, oh, well, the way you say Jaime Lannister is like you know him. And I'm like...
I have no idea what his real name is.
I don't know. I just call him Jaime Lannister.
Or Cersei's real name. I know Peter Dinklage.
That's all I know, Peter Dinklage.
Yeah, I think that's probably the only...
and Kit Harington plays Jon Snow.
Yeah.
Kit Harington. I couldn't, if the Dragon Queen was to walk in here now, like her regular look, I would not even know her.
Well, she's not blonde.
Yeah, I know. I think she's on the cover of Rolling Stone. Past issue of Rolling Stone. And I'm like, who's this girl on the cover? And then I had to read, and it was her. She was the brunette and everything.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But it's been amazing. It starts off really where you start thinking, wow, she's going to really kick some ass. At the end of last season, we see her coming across the ocean with hundreds of ships, 3 dragons, thousands of soldiers, and we're like, oh yeah, she's going to kick some ass. And she proceeds to really get her butt kicked one time after the other. Everything that they do, they're being outthought, which is weird because Peter Dinklage's character he's been known the whole time for being very strategic. I mean, he really did save Westeros in previous episodes because of his planning and his knowing about the tunnels and the wildfire and all the other stuff.
That was Castle Rock?
The Castle Rock is where they went to. Yeah, move your phone because
I'm sorry. Is it my phone that's doing that?
It's probably something.
Off.
Yeah, it's still acting up. You want to cut off the computer there for me, guys? For now, that's probably the computer.
Yeah,
that was me, not the computer.
We're just hearing some weird... Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Hey.
Okay.
We're live. What can I tell you? No, we were hearing like crackling noises. I don't know if you guys hear it in the control room, but we're hearing some crackling noises.
That might be from the feedback. From everybody's going, what are you talking about?
Anyway. It's the dragons. It's what it is.
It's the dragons. The dragons are...
But you were saying that that Peter Dinklage's character knew how to get into
Castle Rock. Castle Rock. Yeah. Is Jody's mic off?
Castle Rock. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Come on.
There we go. It's a little bit louder. Castle Rock, because he was he was put in charge of the sewers. His dad, who thought so much of him, put him in charge of the sewers. And since his dad would not allow any women on Castle Rock, he made a secret tunnel to bring his girls in so that he could have some female visitors. And that's how they got in, not knowing that only a fraction of the forces that are normally there were there, because they took everybody else to go get the gold from Grandma. Basically, you know.
Oh, right. What's her name? Oh God, I forgot the name of the town that she's from. But yes.
Yes, but what is her real name? Diana Riggs. And she was a former Bond girl, by the way.
Yes.
Long time ago, but former Bond girl. And they went and thoroughly defeated her and took all her gold, and that's how they paid back their debts. And you're thinking, holy smokes, there's nothing happening good for these guys. You know, it's not. It's she lost her ships. To the crazy Uncle Euron.
Right.
You know. Greyjoy. Who was absolutely nuts. I mean, if you got...
he's like Negan.
I think you should put him and Negan in a spin-off show and just have... It's like the two crazy... You know how they have, what is it, two drunk girls or two broke girls? Two drunk girls. It's the same thing. You should have two crazy guys. That should be the name of the show, and you put those two on there because they're both nuts.
Oh, that's funny.
And hysterically nuts, too. It's pretty funny. Especially when old Euron was asking Jaime how Cersei liked it, and if she liked it in the bum. And I thought he was going to wring his neck right there. And I was like, oh, he did not just say that.
That's one secret that, I mean, come on, everybody knows. Even
yeah, it seems like everybody knows the secret.
When she died, you know, Hillgarden, or right, Hillgarden, I think it was called, where they lived, Hillgarden. Diana Rigg, the old lady.
Oh yeah, I don't know. It's not Hill, but it's something.
I don't know, something like that. Hilltop.
I don't know. There's too many freaking weird names to keep track of. There really is.
Yeah, that show has way too many. And now, you know, hopefully Bran will tell Jon the secret.
Well, Bran, yeah, and Bran knows everything. Bran, he's getting little bits and pieces of it now. His seeing of the future and the past are just little tiny stories, but he's going to get to a point to where he could just see anything from anybody. So it's going to make the end of the season very interesting, because I'm pretty sure that the season finale is going to be the White Walkers attacking Winterfell and attacking the Wall.
So you think Winterfell is going to actually get attacked? They're going to make it
absolutely,
that far?
absolutely.
Do you think we'll lose?
And there is a rumor that we're supposed to lose one of the dragons to the, but they were saying that it may be lost to the White Walkers and actually become a White Walker. So that would be kind of scary.
I just don't get that whole White Walker thing.
You watch Walking Dead.
I know, but I don't.
This is Walking Dead with ice. That's it.
Yeah, obviously it is.
And it's not a.
It's not a Walking Dead. You're right. Walking Dead with ice.
It's Walking Dead with ice. Except these ones actually have a goal. They're not complete zombies. They're actually an organized group that are trying to build up to build up their population and.
And it's weird because animals in that world.
Turn, yeah.
Yeah,
because you have dead horses and dead everything that's all walking along.
Well, the
two giants. Oh boy.
Yeah, well, you said you saw two. I just saw the one.
There was two. I saw two. I saw one in the background. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Man. I saw horses.
Yeah.
And what happens to those babies that are sacrificed? Remember, do they turn into adults? They showed
one of the scenes that I don't know if they turn into adults or not, but they showed a scene maybe 2 seasons ago where they show the baby being brought back to the Night King or the whatever,
Night King,
and he touches the baby, and the baby's eyes turn blue.
I saw that.
So I think what he's doing is creating hybrid creatures that are not just Walking Dead, but they are Walking Dead. Get it? Nice plug. Anyway, that they're actually can think and communicate, but they're still can't be killed in the same way a human can. So I think they're just creating a hybrid. I could be wrong. That's speculation, but. They obviously did something, and they didn't kill the babies before they did it, so it's interesting. What they were doing with that.
Yeah, that's weird. And then hackers, hacked HBO, and they're threatening to leak. And a lot of them have already leaked out. I love at night, like. At night, right before I go to bed, I just take out my iPad and I'll just watch like spoilers, like people that do these shows, kind of like what we do here, except it's devoted entirely to the spoilers, either of The Walking Dead or Game of Thrones. And I'll watch some of these things, and these people have know what's going to happen ahead of time, because I guess the hackers that hacked HBO
And people leak stuff. People that work there were going to leak stuff. You know, editors, writers.
So
even though they're not
like
supposed to, stuff gets leaked out.
to, you know.
They're never going to get it.
Yeah.
HBO will spend $20 million to make sure these people wind up in jail. Yeah, that's like hacking the U.S. government. These guys aren't going to mess around with this stuff, because the moment you do this, you open yourself up to every other hacker in the world, because the moment you give anybody money, they're all going to go, wow, he got a good payday. Let's do the same thing. So,
yeah,
you know, it's going to be an interesting end.
It's a different world. You know, when I used to work in television, we had to be so careful about like what we said, and now it's such a different world. You know, I mean, when I worked in television, the big secret was, you know, to make sure that we didn't tell anybody that Kathy Lee had her baby, you know.
Yeah, that was a big secret, right?
It was a big secret, you know,
This
when
is a
Cody
bigger
was
secret.
born. Yeah, now it's like everything is, and we also had to mind our P's and Q's, obviously, on certain things. But now with social media, it's so easy to just.
Yep.
You got to be these people, you know, at Comic-Con. Look at Comic-Con. How awesome was Comic-Con? We didn't get a chance to go this year because of my travel schedule.
I wanted to go though.
Next year we got to go. We keep saying it every year. We're going to go to Comic-Con.
We're going to go. Get dressed up and go.
Yeah, we got to dress up, man. I'm ready to go.
That's
What would you dress up as?
I don't know. I have to
could see
figure
you
out.
as Indiana Jones. Like that'd be your thing.
No, I think I'm not the quite the. I'd have to lose about 70 pounds to be Indiana
I think
Jones.
this year, though, you know how like our Sight and Sound, we always do a themed card. And one year we were The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Maybe this year we should go as like, you know, Game of Thrones.
You need costumes for that.
I know.
So, by the way, we have some people that are watching us live on YouTube right now that are. Charlene is commenting.
Oh, she found us. Hey.
She found us.
And I hung out with Charlene.
Marco Minko.
Marco Minko
is,
I have no idea who Marco
is
Minko.
watching us live
Hi,
on
Marco
YouTube.
Minko.
Hi, Marco. Glad, and he also realized the Night King created the White Walker with touching the baby.
Yes.
That babies were turned into walkers, but I think there's two different types. There's ones that are brought back from the dead, and the ones that are the babies. And I think the ones that are the babies are the ones that don't look all decayed. So there's obviously a difference between the two, but we're going to find all that out later.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And my sister and Charlene was visiting us also in New Jersey because she was on the eating binge with all of us, although she didn't eat as much as I did. Sausage and peppers, hot dogs, the whole bit. Zeppelis, but she was at my sister's house as well, and Michelle has this beautiful TV in the family room.
Yeah.
And like when Jon Snow put his foot on the beach, God, I felt like I was on the beach. I mean, that was HD to the HD to the H to the D.
H to the D.
To the H to the D. So, yeah, interesting. But Charlene, we had a good time. We were in. We had a good time there.
They had a great time out there, and I got to work. So.
And so how was it? What did you do while I was gone? People would love to know.
I worked, I slept, and I watched some TV.
You didn't take any of your bimbos out to the diner?
Nope. Nope. Nothing exciting.
You didn't see Keith?
Everywhere I ate, no. I had lunch with Keith and April that one day, but that was it. Everything else was just work, eat, sleep. That's it.
We hope Keith is feeling better.
So
we haven't seen Keith.
We haven't seen him.
If some of you guys might know that our photographer and good friend
had
Keith
had
some health issues, and he's out of the hospital. He's recovering, and we hope that he's listening to the show right now.
Absolutely.
And we want you to come back to work, Keith.
That's right. Get better so you can put you back to work.
So we can put you back to work, Keith, okay? Get better, get well soon. You know, we were talking about food, and of course, Pat.
Food. I got some great food stories that I pulled up here.
Yeah, you.
And I found one that I think was your favorite. There's a couple there that are relevant to you.
Was this the one that was the favorite?
I don't know that was your favorite, but I think this, because, you know, you always say to me, I don't care how the sausage is made. I just want to know it's delicious.
Okay, first of all, let me explain the whole idea about I don't care about how the sausage is made. I just want to know it tastes good. Okay, that is in business. I don't want to know how you did the shit that you did. Boy, this is a shitty show today. I don't want to know how you do it. I just want to know that it tastes good. I don't want to know Cecil B. DeMille, all about this camera, that wire goes in here, and blah, 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 blah. I don't want to know. Just tell me the sausage tastes good. That's what I want to know.
Well, here we're actually talking about sausage.
And does it taste good?
And that's what we're going to find out, because apparently they're in Ireland, that Red Bull and vodka sausage is gaining steam. Believe it or not, bump. Hey, gaining
You said gaining steam.
Red Bull and
Steam.
vodka sausage. I just would not have imagined that being anything. Apparently, McGuire Meats Butcher Shop is shaking up how its patrons consume their cocktails by infusing the meats with classic drink combinations.
That's kinda
Infusing
cool.
meats with, yeah, okay. We do that with fruit, but sausage? I don't know. I mean,
Oh, why not? Well, chicken
Look,
chicken apple
look,
sausage.
I'll tell you what. You take vodka, a big thing of vodka, and you get a big container
Hey.
like a cooler, and you put it in there with a bunch of different fruits like raspberries and strawberries, and you let it soak for like 2 or 3 days. It's delicious, and the fruit tastes great. It makes everything better. But this is sausage, so I don't know.
But look what we do with a watermelon, for crying out loud.
Yeah, but this is sausage. You cook this.
Yeah, but I could see people you take a needle and
Yeah.
you put in.
I don't know how they infuse it. I'm assuming there has to be
Well,
something
you're the
with that.
cook. Why don't you make me
This
some?
is the latest is a Smirnoff vodka. Okay, so it's cheap vodka, and and Red Bull mixture that is infused into the sausage links. Keelan McGuire, there's an Irish name of McGuire Meats. I wonder if he's related to the owner. Anyway, in Irvinstown, Ireland, told Belfast Live that the combination was the craziest one that he could come up with, so they went with it. That was the craziest one? I could think of a lot crazier
Well,
stuff
what would
than
you
that.
put in your meat?
Oh, you
Pat?
want to really screw it up? Put some
How about weed?
well, no, I mean as far as like actual liquor, you know,
what's that?
Goldschlager or whatever,
or Patron,
Patron. Well, Patron is tequila, so
or oh God, what was that stuff that we had? That licorice thing.
Ouzo.
Yeah, ouzo, but I'm thinking it was another name for it. Licorice. Somebody tell me on YouTube. Tell us.
What was the licorice? Oh, Morgan. No, Jaeger's not licorice. Jaeger is
What
cough,
is it?
is cough syrup.
Zambuca.
Zambuca's it, yes.
That's what it was. I had to think for a second because it was a long time ago in the Hamptons.
Morgan Dollar is here.
Hey,
He's late, but he's here.
Morgan! We love Morgan
Glad
Dollar.
that you joined in.
Yeah.
You could join us for some liquor-infused sausage. Red Bull, too. So
Maybe when Morgan comes to town, we can get him liquored up and take him for some sausage.
So apparently, this sausage has become very popular. Apparently, when you add liquor to sausage, it becomes popular. I thought that was just a
Morgan is
nightclub.
from the Carolinas.
But,
He's got to know about liquor-infused sausage
That's right.
down there.
It says the Irvinstown Butcher is not the only one in Ireland playing with their food. Over in Belfast, McCartney's of Miura, all these Irish names. I guess you kind of have to have them to live out there. Has several alcoholic meat
McSorley?
options on their menu. Several, not just one, several. They sell a staple of beef sausage infused with Guinness.
Ooh.
And recently added summer sausages.
I love
with
summer sausage.
hard cider and another one with gin and tonic. So apparently now meat and alcohol don't need to be consumed separately. Just shove them all together, throw them on the grill, and you're good to go. But that's great. So we know in Ireland, they don't want to wait to drink their brew. Well, no, it's not brew. What would it be? Their ale.
Their ale with their meat, and
A
then
little
of
ale
course,
with your sausage.
and then of course I saw that you sent me a story on Krispy Kreme
Oh,
donuts.
this is the one I figured would be your favorite.
Oh, by the way, here it is. Oh, and by the way, Charlene will tell you, when we were in New Jersey in Asbury Park, we found this place called Purple Glazed Donuts, and they are amazing. If you're in the Jersey area, Mike Walter must love Purple Glazed Donuts because he lives, close to Asbury Park. They're like Pink Box. Like we have Pink Box donuts here. There are Purple Glaze, and we had a shark in honor of Shark Week. Yeah, Sharknado.
Shark Week.
Which we'll talk about. We had I had a shark cup donut, a shark donut.
Wow.
It was cool. It was very good.
Good for you.
It was very good.
I watched Shark Week at 2:00 in the morning. Does that help? Does that count?
I gotta get you a shark donut. Actually,
shark donut.
It had a jelly, like a jelly of a shark. What do they
Okay.
call that? Jellyfish? I don't know. What's the thing on the top?
Was
fish.
it? You talking about jellyfish?
No, I'm talking about the candy.
Oh, gummy bears.
Gummy
gummy shark.
Yeah, gummy shark. That
A
was
gummy
it.
shark.
Gummy shark, gummy bear.
But
gummy
here's the thing, Krispy Kreme. Let's go to Krispy Kreme because Krispy Kreme is
And
one of
there's
those.
one right up the street from our house, by
that
the way. When are
is-
these glazed donuts coming my way?
Krispy Kreme is like the super highway to diabetes. Okay, It's just
If you
it's
put
just
your mouth underneath
you
that
get
thing,
diabetes just
you know the thing-
instantly.
the thing that pours the sugar.
Yes, the thing that pours the sugar. So imagine now that that thing that pours the sugar. So now they're going to have a thing that pours chocolate.
Ooh.
So that now all those donuts that are normally being glazed with sugar, now not that there isn't sugar in chocolate, they're going to be glazed with chocolate, and they're going to have a variety.
Is the cake chocolate?
The
or
cake,
is the
no,
cake
the cake
white?
is the same. It's still a white cake.
Because it looks like in the picture you just showed there, it looks like
They're
all
soaked in chocolate.
Oh my god!
Soaked in chocolate.
Don't say the word soaked in
So
chocolate.
yeah,
at the
so
same time.
so Krispy Kreme is trying to make the Eclipse a more immersive experience by adding an edible component. So this is obviously thematic to the Eclipse, even though only like a one.
Oh, that's right. So when is that eclipse?
That's like
anyway?
on the 21st or something like that.
Hey guys, when is the eclipse in the next room? Tell us.
Yeah,
Look it up. Somebody Google it.
Google when the eclipse is and tell us.
I think it's coming up though. I think
it
it's
is coming up. Like
maybe
I think,
we should go buy a lottery
Yeah, it says right here,
ticket.
August 21st.
Oh, we gotta go, dude.
It said it in the story, but she didn't want to wait for me to read it. So on the same day of the total eclipse, August 21st, the donut shop will be releasing a very special, never before seen donut, a chocolate rendition of the beloved original glaze.
Oh my God, dude! I have to go there.
Krispy Kreme Donuts currently offers chocolate iced variations of their donuts, but the very special edition donut will be totally eclipsed. Get it? See what they did there? By mouth-watering chocolate glaze. Yeah.
Oh,
So if you
TV.
want your special, completely immersed chocolate donut from Krispy Kreme, you have to get it on August 21st. And Krispy Kreme,
and
we would
only on
appreciate
August
you
tw-
sending us over a dozen for that plug to the office, just so we could share it with all of our people here.
Share it with them. Forget it.
Yeah.
It's
So Andrew said in the back he doesn't want any though. He doesn't eat donuts, right, Andrew? Yeah, right.
You don't know what you're missing. Wait till you see that shark donut.
So I knew when I saw that story that you would love that.
Yes,
You know?
I did. That was a good story. And speaking of good stories, Sharknado. What did you think this year of the Sharknado 5?
It was just as cheesy as the other ones.
It really-
Every cliche. The only thing about this one is all of the cameos were like, I guess, reality star people. So you had a bunch of women that looked like they went to a plastic surgeon with a big stack of money and just said, do everything. And go over.
I would agree.
Because they all had big puffy lips. Their faces didn't move. Their hair was giant, and they just looked weird. So there was a bunch of cameos of people that I'm sure if we were into.
The only one I really recognized
I could not tell
was
who.
Charo playing
Yeah,
the Queen.
Charo played. How do you have Charo? Could she play the Queen of England?
Either. She didn't even say anything. She was just like.
How is she going to say anything? The Queen has an English accent. Her accent is nothing. Nothing English about it.
Sharknado.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
It is Sharknado, and then I didn't know that. And then Dolph Lundgren plays his kid.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
now next
in
year,
the future.
Yeah, now next year we're gonna have Sharknado 6, and they're gonna go back in time.
Back to the future.
I gotta tell you, Tara Reid was looking awfully bad. I didn't know she was a robot either.
Yeah.
Tara Reid is a robot in this.
Yeah,
Sharknado
she was because she's been
series?
torn up. Remember, she lost her hand
I
in like the
remember her
first
losing
one,
her hand,
and then
then
she
it
just keeps losing more and more, and they just keep fixing it, and
And
replacing
Olivia
stuff with.
Newton-John was in it.
Olivia Newton-John
yeah,
was in it.
it was
yeah.
really bad. Like kicking the sharks and. It
Yeah,
was just, the dude from
it's as cheesy
Dancing
as
with
it
the
gets.
Stars. It was on.
They had the entire cast of Dancing with the Stars from the last 18 seasons on. I think that was another thing.
The only person that wasn't on were the dancers. That
yeah.
was the only thing. Max.
Yeah,
and
Max.
Val
They needed
and,
to get Max and Val on
Peta
there.
and all those guys. And your girl Sharna.
So I'm gonna go back to, since I really, Sharknado was like, okay, whatever. It was funny to watch. It was silly, but
I fell asleep.
it wasn't great. So let's go back to some more food stuff, since this is kind of a thematic food thing.
Since I ate myself to oblivion.
Since you ate yourself to oblivion, I'm gonna force you to listen to food stories, and this is one that comes out of Santa Ana, California.
Oh, I know Santa. That's where your dad lives.
Yeah, that's right. And basically, there is a Taco Bell that's located in Santa Ana, California, that is coming out with what they call a culinary experiment. But right now, they're the only ones that are going to be doing it. It may spread, who knows. it says the Bell is testing a new menu item called Firecracker Burrito. Aren't all their
Ooh.
burritos firecracker burritos?
I have no idea because I don't
think,
really eat burritos. We have a Taco Bell cantina here
yeah.
in Vegas.
So it says the monster is sure to be divisive. You can order it spicy or cheesy, and it contains rice, cheese, beef, red tortilla strips wrapped in a red tortilla. Okay, so far it sounds like a normal Taco Bell item, right? It sounds like, well, you know, it's got all the normal Taco Bell crap in there. Here comes the weird part. For a small charge, very small charge, I think 2 cents. I don't know. I have no idea what small charge means. You can get a packet of spicy Pop Rocks.
Ooh, now you're talking.
Or the packet is labeled Cayenne Popping Crystals.
Cayenne popping crystals.
And sprinkle them over the burrito. The popping crystals are supposed to give the burrito a sweet, spicy flavor along with the fizzing popping that goes along with tossing Pop Rocks into your mouth. But of course, one Instagram user warns, do not overdo the Pop Rocks. They can tip the sweet, spicy balance fast. So we have some culinary geniuses here who are worried about you putting too many Pop Rocks on your Taco Bell burrito. But
that's
so that is
cool though, Pop Rocks.
So if you're in Santa Ana, you're going to be able to try a firecracker burrito, and for a small extra fee, I don't know what that small means, you're going to be able to add some Cayenne Pop Rocks to it and have a very special culinary
I love
experience.
the Pop Rocks on a good cocktail.
On a good cocktail?
Yeah, good cocktail. You put like a margarita. You put like Pop Rocks around the rim of a margarita. It tastes awesome when they go off in your mouth.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. You know, I had Pop Rocks when I was a kid, but I after that I didn't. Because if you remember, the thing that screwed up Pop Rocks was that a bunch of dumb kids were taking a whole pack of Pop Rocks, swallowing them, and then drinking a whole can of soda, which basically explodes their stomach.
Does it really do that though?
It just goes. Yeah, it causes all kinds of problems.
Wait, you swallow
Okay, here's the
Pop
thing.
Rocks?
Yeah, take some Pop Rocks.
Yeah.
Take a glass of
Coke.
soda and pour the Pop Rocks in it and tell me what happens.
Okay.
Any of you.
What is that? Is that
on
was
Mythbusters.
it true? Andrew, was it true?
Andrew said Mythbusters did.
Did it happen?
Yeah, it just because we've done it before ourselves. We've actually done it ourselves. You take
I've never did
you take a
this.
glass of soda and you pour Pop Rocks, and it's almost like
Pop Rocks and
yeah, it's
soda.
like Mentos. Yeah, exactly. It's like doing the Mentos.
Oh my God.
So it's pretty crazy.
No,
You just
Pop Rocks on a cocktail is awesome.
it's sparingly. Yeah, you have to use
Well,
just
they
a
do
few.
it on around the rim.
Yeah, like instead of salt, they do that.
Yeah.
But dumb kids were swallowing packets of it, then chugging a Coke, and then wondering why they were in the hospital.
What did we put in Coke though? When we had a Coke bottle, would you put a Mentos in there one time?
Yes,
Didn't we do
Mentos. Yeah, the Mentos is another sort of experiment. Same thing. It just goes. So don't like take a Mentos and drink a soda. That's another thing you're not supposed to do because it causes all kinds of problems. So one of the things, we talked about, we talked about one of these days we want to go on a cruise, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So there's a.
Love to go on a cruise.
There's a.
Where would we cruise to?
I'd like to do the Caribbean just because we could stop in so many islands there.
That'd be
Just
cool.
not do it during hurricane season.
And we definitely don't want to
So-
run into pirates.
Ah, yes, which brings us to our next
Pirates
story.
of the Caribbean.
Arrgh.
Why do you
Cruise.
talk like a pirate, Day?
It's September 19th, I think it is. So
Oh.
we're gonna have to do a special talk like a pirate
Staying up
day
with Pat
show,
and Jodi.
saying version of pirate. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
September 19th, we'll have to do a
But
pirate
the person
day.
that breaks the talk doesn't talk like a pirate gets $100.
Or we have to do every time you break character, you have to do a shot.
Okay.
So we'd have to have a ride home, apparently.
That'll be the Pop Rocks
that'll be
version
the
of Stack and Glazed
Arr.
donut. Arr.
Whoever
Okay, so
passes
what,
out first.
So we want to go on a cruise.
Want
and
to go
what
on a cruise? So apparently there was some people that paid tens of thousands of dollars to go on a 104-day worldwide cruise.
Wow,
So 140, a third of
Wow.
a year. I would be sick and tired of being on a boat for 104 days.
Well, it depends on what's on the boat.
Yeah, and it's like-
honestly, you can get off the boat.
Yeah, in different
off.
places.
You
sure,
can get
sure.
off the boat.
Well, if you can get off the boat, boy,
get
you're
off the
really
boat.
New
That was a
York.
real New York
That was very
moment.
New York. That's from I'm from Yonkers.
Off.
We're getting off the boat
We're
and
gonna
having
get
some
off the
coffee
boat,
and some
have
orange juice. You know?
Donut.
How's your dog? So passengers on a luxury cruise were subject to nighttime blackouts and ordered by the captain to go without the standard entertainment for 10 days
Nighttime.
because of the pirate threat. Arr. According to the report on news.com, so this is out of Australia, 1,900 passengers on board the Sea Princess who paid tens of thousands of dollars for a 104-day world cruise were told all curtains must be drawn, all shutters closed, and the vessel was turned into a ghost ship, the report said.
That's going to be cool, though. Ghost ship.
One of the passengers said that the blackout occurred for 10 days and that when the ship traveled across the Indian Ocean, Arabian Sea, and the Gulf of Aden and the Suez Canal. The captain told the passengers the threat was real and the ship must be prepared for a pirate attack.
Okay, is this like when we went to Grand Canyon and we were robbed?
No. Those aren't the ones that attack you for tip money. That's different. This is more like what was it? Captain Ron what was the one with Tom Hanks?
Oh, yeah. What was it?
Captain Ron was the other one.
It was about.
That was Captain Ron was the one with. That was a comedy. Sorry, Kurt Russell. Yeah. So wrong Captain. That was. Wow. Boy, those movies are nothing alike. Let's just put it that way. So.
Somebody telling you
no, they're still on Krispy Kreme. That was Morgan talking about Krispy Kreme.
I
forgot
what that was. Hey, Andrew, what was the name of that show with Tom Hanks, the pirate?
The one where he was captured, and I'm trying to remember the name of that movie. But anyway, they're saying that there was no deck parties, no movies under the stars, no late night outdoor bar hopping, no pool dipping. And basically no lights, no party atmosphere, no lapping, no and tropical breezes of their balconies. They couldn't even sit on their balconies.
Oh, poor guys.
The captain assured them that they could outrun any pirates, but just in case, Captain Phillips, thank you, Captain Phillips. Captain Phillips, that's what we have, the people with access to Google in the back room there. The captain assured them they could outrun any pirates, just in case. The crew set up powerful hoses to knock pirates off of ladders, which is kind of standard practice for anybody who sails through there, as well as detergent solution to keep them from getting a good grip. If all else failed, they had the sonic boom, we were told, that could knock pilots off of their feet or the ladder if they got close. So apparently they weren't messing around. There was a real threat that the pirates were going to board the ship. It was when they were cruising through the Indian Ocean, Arabian Sea, Gulf of Aden, and the Suez Canal.
Wow.
So there's a whole area where it's really prone to pirate attacks. And pirates still exist. They never went away. I mean, we think of pirates as Pirates of the Caribbean. You know, they don't all have eyeliner and dreadlocks. You know,
that's Euron Greyjoy.
Yeah, or Euron Greyjoy. Yeah, they don't look like. Well, he's not really a pirate. He was just a captain of a fleet. So on your next cruise, make sure you're not cruising through an area where there's pirates, because they will hamper your nighttime activities.
How bad could it have been? I mean, at night you just had to close the windows.
At that point, they're probably far enough into the cruise. They're like, okay,
you're so drunk anyway.
We're gonna go. We're gonna bring a couple bottles back to the room. We're gonna get drunk in the dark and pass out.
Let's get drunk and screw.
That's a song.
Unless you're two guys. Well,
no,
you
can
get
do
drunk
that
and
too.
screw too. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on. Hey, 2017.
Sorry. Yeah, I didn't. Hey. Unless you didn't like the person that you were with on the cruise.
Here's another thing to bring fear to your heart.
Hey, what are you trying to scare me?
I'm trying to scare you and get you hungry. It's all food and scare you.
I know. I'm craving a donut right now.
So we've talking about you can get a donut later.
I want pink box though.
Pink box donuts. Okay. She doesn't want her Krispy Kreme because they don't have the chocolate.
Not yet. Not till the 21st.
So a family was hearing weird noises in their attic for years.
It was grandma?
And it was grandma. Anywhere else you hear weird noises, this is the sounds of animals in the attic. It's probably rats or mice. Okay,
if you hear
especially
sounds
in Florida.
In your attic? Do we have an attic in Vegas? No.
We kind of do, yeah.
We do have
We
one
do,
in
but
our
it's
house?
not
I've
real.
never,
There's not
ever
easy
seen
access. No, it's very small. You can't
Have you seen it?
No, it's just insulation up there.
Oh, I've
just
never been to the
insulation up
attic all these years.
So yeah, it's not easy to access in our house. So, so there was a couple in Inglewood, Florida, that found when they went to investigate what the noise in the attic was that they'd been hearing for years. They found a 6-foot-long boa constrictor that had been living there for 2 to 4 years.
Wow. What did it eat?
Probably the rats that they were hearing. And so there's probably rats that went up there.
How would a boa constrictor get in there?
They generally get up via tree branches.
That's true. So it came out from the outside.
From the outside and went inside.
I can see that.
So
Where did they live?
They lived in Florida, Inglewood, Florida.
Inglewood, Florida?
Yeah, Inglewood. It's
There's
not
an
spelled.
Inglewood
It's
in
not
Florida?
spelled the same way. It's spelled with an E
Not like
instead of
the
an I.
Inglewood in LA.
Inglewood. It's spelled
The
exactly
hood
the
in
same way
Inglewood.
except with an E.
The hood in
it's
Inglewood?
Inglewood. Yeah, the hood in Inglewood. Yeah. So
The hood in Inglewood.
So they basically found this 6-foot python or this boa living up there, and they had found. Remember when you found that little skin of the lizard in our house? They found several of those from the boa shedding. So that's how they figured it was there between 2 and 4 years.
I'll never forget.
And they said that the average lifespan of a boa constrictor is 20 to 30 years. So that thing, and they can grow up to 13
So somebody
feet
went
long.
upstairs and found it.
They finally went upstairs and found it, and realized that all the noise up there was a big giant boa constrictor. And then you go further north to Pennsylvania, and a woman discovered an 8-foot boa under her car, which had apparently been stuck. It is the 2 men had to basically wrestle with the snake to free it from under the car. It was an 8-foot boa that weighed like 70 pounds.
How do these? They just.
Some of them are pets that people let loose. And what happens is these things get loose and they survive and they thrive and they grow and they become bigger. And
The only thing I ever saw in our house was that lizard. Was that what that was? A
Yeah,
lizard,
lizard.
skin?
Mhm.
Yeah. We were living in California, and he said, "Remember the thing you found?" Yeah. I was in our little like office. We had a bedroom office, and
Yeah.
one of the rooms was like an office. And I said, "Oh, how funny Pat is." And this was early in our relationship, so I'm like, "Oh, how funny you are, Pat. Yeah, huh?" And I picked this thing up, and it's the skin of a lizard. And I thought it was just him being funny with a toy. And he said,
no, that's real.
I caught, oh yeah, that must have been from the lizard I caught earlier today. And I went, ah!
And she's like, "Did you kill it?" I'm like, "No, I caught it and I put it outside. It eats all the bugs that you hate. Lizards eat all those
We don't
bugs
have
that you
any
hate."
in our house now, though. I haven't seen any lizards, right?
I've
We have a
seen them
cat.
outside. I've seen them outside.
Whoa,
but
whoa, whoa!
not
By
inside.
our house?
Lizards? Yeah,
In
sure.
Vegas?
Yeah, absolutely. Small ones.
In the grass in the front?
Yeah, and in the backyard. Yeah, I've seen a couple of them.
I
just
have
little small
never
ones.
seen any.
Climbing up the wall, little ones that are just like 4 inches long or something.
Holy shit! I've never seen
No,
any.
but those are good. You want them because they eat, they eat all the nasty bugs that you don't want in your house.
I mean, we have a cat. We have a homeless cat that lives
Feral
with us.
cat.
Feral cat. And what is his name?
Whitey,
Whitey.
because he's all white.
All white.
And Whitey likes to sport hunt on our lawn. So basically, apparently, cats are very, very prolific hunters. They're probably one of the best hunters in the animal kingdom as far as naturally. They don't have to be
Whitey.
taught to kill things. And I guess Whitey must eat pretty well because he gets bored and kills birds and then leaves them on our lawn.
Leaves him on our lawn.
So far, the count in the last 2 months is 3 different birds that he just kills and leaves there. And he'll even kill them and lay next to him like, "Okay, I did my deal."
And you can't get near Whitey. Like the minute you try to get near him, he just takes off.
He bolts, yeah.
He
But he
bolts.
leaves the bird there. He doesn't take it with him.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping that Whitey would take the bird and
Especially
kinda
when
leave it with him.
Whitey left the bird right at the front doorstep. That was real exciting.
Yeah.
I had to go outside and see it.
Yeah, you saw it and you go, "What's that?" Just like with the lizard skin. "What's that?" I'm like, "It's a dead bird." Ah! Yeah. I'm used to that sound. So, and guess who gets to clean up the bird? Because she
Not
ain't
me.
touching it.
Oh hell no!
There's
I'm not touching
No
it.
way she's touching that.
Hell no!
It ain't
I don't
happening.
I don't have children
ain't
for a
happening.
reason, folks.
That's right.
I don't clean up poop. I don't clean up none of that stuff. Barely clean up my own poop.
That's terrible. That's terrible. Nobody wants to hear about that.
It depends.
So it depends. Hey, okay. So speaking of depends, I don't know.
Oh, God.
A little story about what will probably happen to me when I finally leave this earth.
I told you it's a shitty show.
It says motorists in Washington were forced to take different routes Monday after a deceased person on a gurney fell out of the back of the coroner's van. Yes, it's like a Three Stooges episode, right? Or Little Rascals or whatever. A gurney fell out of the back of the coroner. So apparently they just decided
They didn't
don't
lock
need
the
to
door.
Lock the door. That's good enough. According to the Associated Press, 2 gurneys fell out of the van.
Were there
into
2
the
dead
intersection,
people?
Prompting local police to redirect traffic. Officials from the coroner's office were subsequently contacted to reload the gurney. So, okay, wait, this is the part. They were contacted to reload them. So these guys loaded up 2 gurneys, right, into the back of the van. The back of the van flies open, the gurneys fly out of the back of the van, and they just keep driving. They have to be called to come back.
They didn't realize that
They
they're...
didn't realize that the gurneys that they were left in the middle of the intersection.
Were these people strapped onto the gurneys?
Well, I would assume so.
Were they walking dead?
They were not walking dead.
They were rolling dead. Boom, boom, boom. Just saying.
And apparently, they said that the bodies were unharmed as far as they weren't
unharmed. They're dead.
They're dead, exactly.
What kind of harm? The bodies were unharmed. They're dead, folks.
Let's just say if you die in Washington, you may want to make arrangements for private transportation because they may just leave you in the intersection. Go, good enough.
Wow.
You know? Yeah,
wow. That is interesting.
Called to pick them up.
Yeah, they're like, hey, by the way, they were called. Hey, by the way, you know that precious cargo you had? Holy crap, that's pretty bad.
And talking about stuff getting thrown all over the highway. Nice segue, right? You see how that happened?
There you go. I'm so glad you picked the stories this week.
I did. I wanted to just mix it up and just talk about random crap.
I think our viewers or our listeners would love that you pick stories one week and I pick stories next week.
And mine have a much wider variety.
Yes, they do.
We're not talking about any reality show people.
Or wrestling.
Or wrestling, yes.
But we are talking zombies and White Walkers. Okay.
And the headline of the story is, wait for it, it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno, spilled on I-30. So, Arkansas highway officials shut down westbound lanes of the cross-county interstate for 4 hours, so crews could pick up pizza.
Wait, can you eat it?
Well,
was it edible? Was it in a box? Or was it like Domino?
They were the ones. DiGiorno is the one that you buy and you cook in your oven.
Oh, okay. Is that what you do?
Yeah. That's not what you do. That's what I would do because you would. Hey, the pizza. You know what you do? Is the pizza ready yet?
I just called Dunwoody Pizza.
Is the pizza done yet? That's about as much cooking as you would do.
Hey, I go to a pizzeria.
An 18-wheeler containing DiGiorno and Tombstone frozen pizzas.
Too bad the Tombstone pizza didn't go with those gurneys.
Tombstone asphalt, apparently. So we're scraped. Scraping a bridge support and sliced open the trailer.
You said scrape.
It's scraped. Yeah, so basically the driver hits a bridge support and it cuts open the trailer.
Oh my God.
And all of these pizzas go flying out onto I-30.
Oh man.
Apparently no one was hurt. And they were all, none of them were hungry either. They were all fed well.
If it was a hot day
Can you imagine all the birds and everything that they would be flying
Oh, sure. Like, could you imagine if, like, you drop pizza over by, like, Long Beach Pier or some of those piers? You know how the birds chase the boats that come into the pier?
Yeah.
Could you imagine if you did?
This would be a madness.
Or Central Park.
Yeah.
Or if pizzas fell into Central Park, all the birds that would go after those.
Birds and, depending on where you are, raccoons and possums and all kinds of stuff.
Wow, that's crazy. And it's so funny that the story you did before about the two bodies that fell out of the gurney, and then you had Tombstone Pizza.
Tombstone Pizza. So see, they tied in. I wanted to be there to be some connection to the story. Even though one was dead bodies, but they didn't have to call them back to pick up the pizzas. They stopped.
No. I wonder if anybody
the coroner just left the dead bodies on the highway and just said, somebody else will come get them.
Well, what an exciting show this was. That's all I have to say.
Exciting.
So we have. Do we have any staying up with Pat and Jodi news to talk about, or just?
If they're listening, that they don't need any news.
Okay.
They know.
We're going to be trying to do this a little bit more consistently?
A little bit more consistently, yes.
Now the vacation is kind of over? Not
yes.
really.
Well, yeah, vacation. Who had vacation? Oh, that's right, you did. Ah, okay.
Don't be jealous.
Not yet.
Don't be a hater.
Don't be a hater.
Don't hate the player. Hate the game.
Don't play the. Yeah, that's right. Don't play the game. Anyway.
So, are we on social media? How's our social media doing these days?
Just look us up. Staying Up with Pat and Jodi on Facebook, Twitter. Those are the two best places to find us there.
Do we have an Instagram account for Stand Up with Pat and Jodi?
We will.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's up there.
I see it.
And of course on YouTube.
Oh, YouTube is the best.
You know, look up Patrick Harris on YouTube, and if you found us like Morgan found us.
Hey, Morgan.
And like Charlene,
And that guy, Michael Mears, or whatever.
They subscribe to the channel, and the channel will call you and say, hey,
Pat and Jodi are on.
Pat and Jodi
Because
are
we
on.
never know when we're going to be on.
We don't know.
Because
It's
here
regular.
it's party time all the time.
So normally we're off entertaining for somebody.
But now that we have these 3 amazing assistants in the other room, we can do this on a regular basis. Put them to work.
That's right.
And it's all for a good cause.
All for a good cause.
It's for their careers.
That's right. They can practice.
Yeah.
And forget to turn the microphones on.
And make crackling noises throughout the whole show. You know what, folks? Good help is hard to find. Oh. No, they're good. They're very good.
Look, hey, this is a live show, so this is great practice for them, and it's not going to go perfect, and that's okay. That's why we're doing it here and not doing it with somebody who's paying us money.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. So you guys get to see, and I get a lot of people who, by the way, are we okay with time? Just 2 seconds?
We need 5 minutes.
Okay. I get a lot of people that do ask me about, where do we find, people that help us, and, a shout out to the Art Institute of Las Vegas, because a lot of the people that work for us originally came from the Art Institute, Tavon and Andrew and Courtney, who are working in the back room today.
Yep. And we've had quite a few engineers back there that have helped us out.
Yep. And I hear Brandon might be coming back as a regular engineer.
That's right.
So we'll see how that goes.
Absolutely.
So we're good. All right, that's it. That's all I got. I'm going to go. I want some donuts. That's all I have to say. I do have to go to the gym, though. I haven't worked out in a long time, but I've been working.
So, of course, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you got hungry and from all the food stories and not so hungry from the other stuff. But
go have your Tombstone pizza on the highway.
Tombstone pizza, baby. And, of course, we will see you real soon.
And don't follow any ambulances or coroner wagons, meat wagons.
Yes, and I need the computer. Oh, there you go. Computer sound. Turn off the... There you go. We're getting it right almost, but my mic is still on. So good night, everybody. Bye.